Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. As you can see by the thumbnail, I've sold my stake in Rivian. Today I want to go over the reasons why I've done that and a little bit about my plans moving forward of what I'm going to do with the stock, if any. Now, before I get into it though, guys, I've been looking at my analytics and 70% of my viewers have not even subscribed and left a comment. So if you could, just coming in and spend a little time with me, I do appreciate it. But I appreciate it if you subscribe, because I have a lot of great content and I have a little bit of everything for everybody. So I appreciate if you help me grow the channel, and I enjoy what I do as I upload daily. And let's get into it. Now, the reason why I sold my shares of Lucid stock were this. Actually, I sold my shares on Monday. If you are interested if you're interested in what I was talking about with Lucid in previous videos, I left a video down in the description box. You can go and take a look at it. But getting back to it, guys, it all started after the earnings call, and I made that video. I started thinking about a few factors about why I wanted to hold on to the stock for the next 5 or more years, right? Now, me normally, other than Tesla, I don't really invest in EV, only for the simple fact that I've seen EV cars, they're up and down the street, Teslas and stuff. And my only familiarity with EV cars is Teslas from seeing them. I don't know nothing about EV cars, but I know it's the future, and I know it's something that's worth investing if you find the right stock that works for you, as far as, doing your research. Now, me, I like Lucid. I picked Lucid, as a stock. I like the way the car looked. I've seen the car a couple of times. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a Lincoln, you know. Um, it's a very smooth design. I looked up a little bit of the fundamentals of the company. My big selling point was, oh, they're getting backed by Saudi Arabia. They got a contract to sell so many cars to Saudi Arabia, being backed by Saudi Arabia in 10 years. So they got a 10-year contract, and it must be a good thing. Plus, like I said, it's a luxury brand. They come off like, how Rivian comes off. The Rivian, the EV car manufacturer, they come off like everybody has a target market. To me, Rivian comes off like they want to be for off-road and outdoorsy type customers. The whole off-road thing. Tesla's economic, new generation, moving forward in the future, innovation, everything else. Neo is economy, working man's car, EV, understood. Like Rivian is more of a luxury model. So I liked the luxury model. I liked the luxury theme of what they were doing. Everything was good. Now, I went back and looked at my last video. Like I said, it'll be in the description box at the bottom. You can check it out. And I just was thinking about it. Last week, how we had the thing with Bed Bath and Beyond. And I was just thinking about it. And I was like, for a company, I was looking at the numbers of Bed Bath and Beyond. For how, platforms, like how can I say this? Social media platforms build stocks up, and then you get meme stocks and stuff like that. I don't know if this would happen, but I mean, at the stock price it is right now, it could be. All it takes is somebody to spark this conversation. Hopefully, it doesn't ever happen. But this has the makings of it could be a squeeze play. Like a short squeeze. And what I mean by short squeeze, is where they pump the stock up, like they did AMC, like they did Bed Bath and Beyond, and only because it's a luxury brand, it's Lucid, they could pick an EV stock and just run with it, blow it up. And I don't know if I want to be a part of that. Now, that's not my deciding factor. That was just one of the minute things. But just looking back at it, with the earnings report, $27 billion market cap, and their revenue was only $97 million. Now, granted, in my position, I had a small stake in it, right? For where my portfolio is monetarily wise, and the positions I have in blue chip stocks, I could afford to dabble in and jump into the stock. Now I had Lucid for about 4 months now. But getting back into what I was saying, the price tag is high, right? We all know that. Their cars can go up to $165,000, and I think they start at $100,000, right? I had to stop and think. It's only a certain type of person, clientele, that can afford that car. And with them having, they have speculation and expectations to sell these cars at a certain price and a certain volume, a lot of people can't afford the car. And that's known too. But this is my contrast with that. With a lot of people not being able to afford the car and they can't meet demand, right? They cut out a whole, how can I say this? A whole type of buying market of average folks that want to buy the car, because nobody's really going to buy $100,000 car. If that was the case, everybody run around here with older model Lamborghinis. What's the small one called? I don't know. I can't remember what small Lamborghini was. Or, old Ferraris. It's only certain type of clientele that can deal with this stock. Now, going back to the funding, I don't know how long Saudi Arabia, with them funding them, or if they can come back and say, hey, we need more cash because the pressure's on. Because remember, they cut their yearly production this year in half, just to 6,000 vehicles, right? Citing they had problems with parts. The production's wavering. Normal stuff businesses go through. Like I said in the other video, normal things businesses go through. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning. I did keep 10% of my shares. So I still have 20 shares. The other 180 I got rid of, right? Now, the reason why I got rid of it is I'm looking at the market, and the market's been down the past 5 days prior to its flip today, right? I figured I would take that money because I wasn't getting the dividend, instead of just letting that money sit and being that way, in this situation where they're talking about, a big wealth transfer and stocks are set to jump when things set up. I figured I'd set up a lot of my other positions that I buy and hold and keep, that really help the portfolio take off. I figured I'd allocate that money into those so I could, just get a jump on the market and then have my net worth grow as well. So what I did with the money basically is I went out and I bought a VOOG, which is the Vanguard S&P 500 Growth Index Fund ETF. So basically it's just technology. The technology ETF, growth funds, jumped into it, a lot of Microsoft, Apple, and the like. I think it was a good investment for me rather than sitting around for the next 5 years and seeing what happens. I still have my stake, which is about 10%. I still have my shares there. I can add on to them as time goes by. If they sink, I'm not that much in the hole, and it's not that much, to take if something happens to the stock. Now, hopefully it doesn't happen, but say they do a short squeeze on it and the stock shoot up to $50, I'm gonna jump out. And I've made gains, I'll jump out of it. But it's just a lot of things. Like, this is too many questions for me. And, this is just my opinion. Do I think it's a bad stock? No, because I wouldn't have invested in it. Did I make a mistake jumping into it? I don't think I did. At the time, it was the right decision that I felt as though I wanted to make. They had a hell of a car. It's just a matter of everything just coming together, and it takes time. But being that the market is the way it is, and we're due for a turnaround maybe next year, end of this year, or whatever. Nobody knows with the inflation. I just figured I could allocate my funds and put them somewhere else that made more sense to me. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's all I had today, you know. But if you still got Lucid, drop me a comment. Let me know if you still got it, how you feel about the stock, what your next moves are. Some of the stuff I said, if you agree or disagree, you know, I always want to hear your feedback. But like I said, man, like and subscribe, help the channel grow. Let's get this thing moving. I love what I do. I love talking to you. I appreciate you spending the time with me as always. Remember, happy investing. Stay on course. Believe in yourself. Stick with your investments. Stick with the plan. Move forward. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.